Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino ranks every waifu in Genshin Impact from worst to best. This video will cover every currently playable, non-child female character in this game, and no venti doesn't count. If you're watching this way later, it's August of 2021 right now, and the latest waifu to be released was Yoimiya as the second banner of Inazuma. If I pronounce any character's name wrong over the course of this video, you have my permission to deal with it internally and handle your feelings. As far as criteria goes, I'll be judging them with heavy bias, based on a number of factors that will not pertain equally among characters, and oh boy, you're sure to spot the inconsistencies. It'll be fun. 20 waifus to rank, let's no longer dally. Number 20, Xiangling. Who the hell are you? Are you a mod? Did someone hack you into this game? Because there's not a trace of you anywhere in the story. For the record, I played Genshin at launch for like a day, didn't get into it, didn't touch it again until July of 2021, where I promptly started and never stopped no-lifing the hell out of it, because it's amazing and I don't know why I didn't think so sooner. So if there are gaps in my event knowledge, that'll explain them, but as far as narrative quests go, Xiangling does not exist. She was the only 4-star character I didn't have before the Yoimiya banner, and based on her character archive animation, I assume she's as scared of the plot as she is of frogs. I don't really vibe with the rocker aesthetic. Xiangling just looks like a Monster Hunter character trapped in a mosh pit, and being supposedly the worst non-starter character in the game, according to the only tier list I've ever looked at, just further begs the question of why she's even here to begin with. Number 19, Rosaria. Besides looking like she could command an army of spiders, Rosaria's got a cold air surrounding her personality, and it ain't just cause she's cryo. After playing Albino's story quest, Rosaria went down in my opinion. Her incessant threat detection activities are just a buzzkill. It's like hanging out with a firewall that never stops evaluating whether or not you're a virus. I get that some people want Rosaria to step on them, and others would probably love to be cut by one of her sharp metal fingernails, but this is not my thing. Number 18, Lisa. Everyone I know hates Lisa. I actually don't. I don't think there's anything wrong with a magical horny librarian, but I guess I'm just a whimsical man. This game's got a fat stack of waifus like no other. I've never seen so much quantity and quality in one place. You might expect half of these entries to be roasts, but I really have barely anything negative to say about anyone except Rosaria and Xiangling. Lisa 100% puts out. Forget books, I'm surprised the library isn't full of dudes trying to check out her tits. Number 17, Noelle. Dude, this ranking was impossible after the first 2 entries. Feel free to take the next 17 placements with a grain of salt. There is basically nothing wrong with Noelle, she's just number 17 on a waifu list, and frankly she doesn't deserve it. Noelle's elemental skill is called Breastplate. I heard if you max out her friendship rank, she removes it. Number 16, Ningguang. Look, there are definitely some perks associated with having the richest woman in Teyvat as your waifu, chief among them being the ability to quit that dead-end job you're at, although you might have to spend the rest of your life rebuilding the Jade Chamber. Ningguang is the Tianquan of the Liu Qixing, and I promise I didn't need 3 takes to get that right. Don't let the 2 different colored boobies fool you. Ningguang means business. She is to be respected and revered in the face of her mighty wealth and influence. She is a commanding fox of esteem and grace, so imagine my surprise that she's number 16 on a waifu ranking and doesn't deserve it. Number 15, Jean. Aside from her standout camel toe, Jean is probably the most plain-looking woman in Genshin, which says a lot because she's still like a 9 out of 10. Known as the Dandelion Knight, I assume she got that name because dandelions are lighter than feathers, and Jean looks like she throws up after every meal. You think she's collapsing from exhaustion, I think it's malnutrition, but just because I can wrap one hand around her tummy and have the fingers touch doesn't mean she can't still be fetching, and her dedication to her job as acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius is admirable. Number 14, Beidou. It actually blows my mind that Beidou's English voice actor isn't the same one who does Urza in Fairy Tail, because the voices are identical. I looked it up to make sure. Beidou's profile describes her as an unbound woman, so you probably can't tie her up. She'll break those bindings immediately, just out of habit. As the captain of a ship, you know she commands authority and exudes power, and I do like that in a waifu. I like it when a girl is direct and dominant, until she defies me in any way, in which case, obviously, we gotta put the kibosh on that nonsense, but otherwise, hell yeah, female empowerment. Number 13, Amber. Tell me why Amber's chest looks like Biker Wario. I'll wait for you to see it. You got the goggles on the head, the mustache, the chin. All that's missing is for her to let out a big fart. Amber has the distinct dishonor of being the worst character in the game from a combat perspective, and with Yoimiya arriving on the scene as another better pyro archer, Amber's grave is well and truly dug. She's cute though. Again, number 13 on a Genshin ranking is like number 3 or 4 in any other game. Number 12, Sucrose. She's a shy one. I used to think she just had weird hair extensions, but it turns out those are her ears and she's some kind of creature. Sucrose is a fan of alchemy, and given the way she handles conversations, she must be doubly used to things blowing up in her face. This is one of those girls where if you speak to her in any tone above a whisper, she just disintegrates into ash. So I don't know how much patience I have for a person made out of eggshells, but she's still cute. Number 11, Kamisato Ayaka. The Japanese characters get both names, isn't that nifty? Ayaka is a dignified and elegant lady with no friends, very sad, but only because she's such a walking depiction of perfection that other girls find her unapproachable. She has the unique ability to dematerialize herself into little ice cubes when sprinting before popping back out in a flash of cryo like, surprise, I'm somehow still alive. She's the first character on this list I actually use. She does hella damage and ice skates around the battlefield like a samurai Tanya Harding. Number 10, EULA. This is a 29-page agreement I'd rather not read. They should have named Yenfei EULA. She's the legal expert. EULA is a member of the Lawrence clan, a family of high-born aristocrat assholes who whip people that say hello to them. But EULA is different, and she proves it by calling people lowly toilers and demanding they acknowledge her status. She'll be like, "You, slithering garbage man, get on your knees and revere me at once," and then wonder why people react negatively. She keeps up appearances of being a bad guy for no reason, saying that if people see her a certain way, she might as well just be that way, which is an angsty 13-year-old mentality that's super off-putting. But the vengeance shtick is occasionally humorous, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a more attractive playable character in this game, so I split the difference and put her in the middle of the ranking. Number 9, Barbara. I'm gonna pretend this isn't my mom's name. The game says every citizen of Mondstadt adores Barbara, and she definitely has that happy-go-lucky thing going on where it feels like the universe would go out of its way to prevent anything bad from ever happening to her. Hashtag protect Barbara. Sexualizing her in any way feels wrong. She was probably born without any holes, just to be as pure as humanly possible. Number 8, Coaching. The resident skeptic of the group, but apparently in this game the gods love skeptics according to her bio. She thinks we're trash? Good for her, I like this girl. I have not managed to obtain her, but her face is a carbon copy of Ganyu's, so that's an easy carry to make it this far, and I like her hair. I love that Genshin will dress a woman in heels and then send her out to go sprint around rugged cliffs and craggy mountains battling monsters. Those things must be made of titanium alloy with a cloud fluff interior. Number 7, Mona. Mona is an astrologist, which in this game is a real thing and not just some white girl Twitter bullshit. Despite being very intelligent and knowledgeable, Mona always finds herself starving and broke, which is probably why she looks like she's starving and broke. I mean, she can't even afford pants. They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, Mona ought to grow some testicles, because if you cook her something, she'll probably be yours for life. Number 6, Xiangling. Mona and Xiangling should meet. Xiangling could probably flip her. A renowned chef from Liyue, she's known for her signature hot and spicy dishes and the ability to make ingredients out of anything. On one hand, having an amazing chef waifu speaks for itself, but on the other, you definitely do not want to ask her what's in the stuff she cooks. You'll be like, this is delicious, and she'll be like, thanks, the worms really bring out the flavor, and then you'll throw up immediately. Xiangling is very cute, and whoever gave her that owie on her kneecap is gonna get boiled into her next stew. Number 5, Hu Tao. Spooky girl. Top 5, here we come, baby! Hu Tao is a weirdo, and that's positive in this game. A breath of fresh, dead air. As the director of the Wangsheng funeral parlor, I'm not saying she's a necrophiliac, but I'm not sure that being with her would rule any of us out either. But that's okay, her cold porcelain skin is just part of her charm, although if she sleeps for more than an hour, I might start to get worried. Number 4, Yoimiya. I think Yoimiya could have been an easy number 2 pick. But I played her story mission and she just does not shut the hell up. You'll be doing a mission with her and she'll just be like, hey, wanna know everything I've ever thought about everything? Oh, your ears are bleeding, that's strange. Of course a girl who can talk someone's ear off would specialize in making fireworks to blow out their eardrums even more. I'm convinced Yoimiya was put on this earth to eliminate hearing entirely, starting with her dad. I don't know why she wears mummy wrappings on her chest and limbs. I guess someone tried to lock her in a sarcophagus in a deep underground crypt one day, but after they reached the surface and still heard her talking about fireworks, they just said screw it and let her out. Despite all my playful jabs, however, you just almost can't beat that beauty. Yoimiya is an absolute bombshell. She probably makes those too. Number 3, Fischl. This is sort of a trust pick, because like Xinyan, I know nothing about this character, other than sometimes when you add her to your party, you hear a deep, booming man's voice, and I'd prefer if that didn't happen ever. I wasn't around when she apparently had a story event, so I've never seen her be herself in the wild, but I like Fischl. I'm hazarding a guess that she's endearing and likable. Who knows, maybe she's trash, but with what little knowledge I have, I can pronounce her a waifu, at least better than she can pronounce her own title. Number 2, Yanfei. Yanfei is the goat, though her antlers might make her more of a deer. As a champion legal advisor, Yanfei is a master at getting people off, and I don't know about you, but I like that in a waifu. She has beast blood in her veins, so you know she's a freak. She's gorgeous, and the only thing I don't like is that one voice line where she tells you to make an appointment after adding her to your party. Like, bitch, I won you in a banner and maxed out your constellation to boot. How about you sign a contract for indentured servitude and make it airtight? Yanfei is great. Number 1, Ganyu. I don't even have Ganyu, but there's just no way you can convince me this isn't the ultimate waifu. She lives for thousands of years and never loses them looks. She's supposedly the best character in the game behind dumbass Bennett, and blue hair like this is just a specific thing for me and anime girls. Levi from Fairy Tail and Setsuna from Fire Emblem Fates all check similar boxes. I am counting the unknown amount of days until her banner rolls around again so I can be around to snag her this time. She's just perfect in every way because I'm definitely ignoring the fact that she has a bell around her neck like a cow. The horns are no problem. I'll take an accidental goring or two, small price to pay for a lifetime of happiness. And that's gonna do it for this waifu ranking. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my other rankings of waifus and bosses and stuff. Follow me on Twitter at SunburnedAlbino. I stream on Twitch now at twitch.tv/SunburnedAlbino, which includes Genshin on occasion. So just go do whatever you want to do, and I will see you guys next time.